A very good morning to all of you and welcome back in our class 11th English online classes, and I'm your own teacher Anulari Daniel. So children, in our last video we have seen the note making and determiners and other things, and today we are going to have a look in our writing skills. Okay, so for class 11th English, this year writing skill, today we are going to learn about notice, which you already know, and the second is letter writing. Okay my dear children, as per the revised syllabus in class 11th English, letter to editor has been deleted, means all sorts of opinions or suggestion letter to editor is deleted, but other letters such as placing order, cancelling, complaint letter, letter of request and letter of inquiry. So these four letters are still there in our syllabus. So in this video we are going to look on two particular different aspects, that is notice and letter writing. Okay my dear children, so let's start with the first one, which you already know. So in class 11th English, notice is going to come in a short writing task. Okay, notice is going to come in a short writing task in 3 marks according to the revised syllabus. So we are starting with notice and it is going to come in 3 marks. Now what is notice? Notice is a means of formal communication. Okay, and the basis or main purpose of notice is to give announcement or to display an information to a particular group of people, that we call as notice. We see that notices are actually put up on a notice board. The information is displayed on the notice board, and where we see notice boards? In school and in offices. Okay, so notice is a formal means of communication and its main purpose is to announce or give information to a particular group of people, such as in school and offices. For example, government notices are also published in newspaper. Okay my dear children, so before moving ahead with the format of notice, which you are actually, I think that everybody is familiar with, few value points need to be taken in very consideration, that what we have to write in notice. So we will start that what are those value points which should be taken into consideration when we actually write a notice. So we will start with value points, which we should always remember. Number one, the number one point is 5 W's. 5 W's should always be taken, into consideration. Okay my dear children, now what are those 5 W's? So 5 W's should always be taken into consideration while writing a notice. Number one is, what is going to happen? Okay, what is going to happen? It means event. When it is going to take place. When it is going to take place. It means date. Where it is going to take place. It means place. Okay. Fourth point. who all can participate or attend. Okay, and number last point, that is fifth W, is whom to contact. Okay, my dear children, so these 5 W's should always be there in your notice. That is, what is going to happen means what is the event, what is when this is going to take place means date should always be mentioned of that particular event. Where it is going to take place means the place of it should always be mentioned. Okay, so what, when, where, who all can attend should be clearly mentioned, means eligibility criteria, and whom to contact. Okay, who can actually, to whom you are going to contact for this purpose. So I hope these 5 W's you got. 5 W's, what is going to happen, where is going to take place, when, and who all can attend, and to whom contact. So these are the 5 W's which should always be taken into consideration while we write a notice. This is a very important value point. Okay, so the second point is notice is always inside a box. Okay, my dear children, this is the very, very important value point. That is, notice is always inside a box. Then third is word limit. Word limit is 50 words. Okay, 50 words should be there. Fourth point is short and grammatically correct sentences should be written. Okay, my dear children, short and grammatically correct sentences should be written. And the fifth very important point is information given should be clearly presented. So these are the 5 value points. The first one was the 5 W's. I explain you what are those 5 W's, which while writing the notice we should always take care of it. Now the second point is notice is always inside a rectangular box. Means without the rectangular box you can never imagine a notice. The word limit of the notice is 50 words. So as this notice is considered as under short writing task, so the word limit is 50 words. You cannot write 2 or 3 pages in the body of a notice. Okay, short and grammatically correct sentence should be written. Means you can write those sentences in a very short and precise manner, but it should be very grammatically correct. Okay, notice is always a very brief thing or brief information, but it should be what information given should be clearly presented. Okay, the last point you should remember that after reading a notice, the person should not have any second doubt in his or her mind. There should be the clarity of the information. Understood my point, dear children, regarding this thing, that information given should be clearly presented means there should be clarity of information through the sentences. There should be no second idea or second thought in the reader's mind. Although in somewhere you may get these things to know, or in other refreshers, like you can use that standardized abbreviations, but I will never ask you to do so. Okay, so never consider those things. Whatever I have mentioned you, so the very first thing was 5 W's. The first value point was 5 W's. What is going to happen, where it is going to happen, when it is going to take place, who all can attend, or who all can apply, or who all are eligible to attend that particular event, and to whom you can contact. That should be there in the notice. That completes the 5 W's. Then it is always inside a box. The word limit is 50, and short and grammatically correct sentence you have to write, and information should be presented very crystal clear. So I hope you understood what is the value point, what are the value points, because notice is not something very new in class 11th. You already have learned in class already 9th and 10th also. So now, my dear children, we are progressing to the format of notice writing. Okay, what is the format of notice writing? So come on, we will just see. Don't make any mistakes while understanding it. There is one single format and we need to learn it properly. Okay, you may have came across various format, but there is one appropriate format of notice writing. Okay, my dear children, so we are going to deal with format. So first I will be drawing out a rectangular box. As my board is a bit small, I will write in a small handwriting so that it comes inside the box, everything. Now, number one thing is, whenever you are writing a notice, it should be centrally aligned. Means whatever you write, equal spacing should be left from right to left hand corners. Okay, so the format of notice is, number one thing we write is the name of institution, and that too along with place name. Okay, so here we are going to write name of institution along with place, and as you can see, I have written in capital letters. Okay, so this should always be written in capital letter. Means it should never be written in small letter, and equal amount of space should be left on the both sides when you write. Like if you start Emmanuel Mission Senior Secondary School, Jaipur, so this much and this much should be left. Okay, so institution name should always be written along with place in capital letters. Then leave one line and you have to write date, and that too in expanded form. Okay, shifting it towards the left hand side. For example, the day is 3rd August, so you can write it like this. Okay, 3rd August 2020, like this, shifting it towards the left hand side. Name of the institution, leave one line. Date in expanded form, leave one line. Write in the center the word notice. Leave one line and write in the center N-O-T-I-C-E. Notice, underline it. Okay, in a very broad letters, equal spacing should be here. If I have missed some, I will just try to make it in a center. Okay, so that you also don't make any mistake. Like this. Notice should be written in the center of the box, like this. Okay, my dear children, then leave one line and write the title of notice. Okay, this should also be in capital letters, though people say that need not to actually write it in capital letters, but you can write in capital letter also. So till now what we have learned, name of the institution in capital letter along with place, shifting towards left side, the date in expanded form, leaving one line. Notice as there is a small space, again you have to leave one line. Okay, it's just not like that I have not left one line space, but you have to leave one line over here, then title, and then you leaving one line, you can start the body of the notice. Okay, from here this should be like this, body, and in this you should mention the date, place and event. In the body, what the event is there, when it is going to take place, where it is going to take place should be mentioned very clearly, and it should be in 3 to 4 lines. Okay, then without leaving a line you can sign signature, name and designation. These 3 things are written without leaving line. Okay, my dear children, as you are seeing that I have tried to maintain equal space. Like here, if you are writing this much gap, here also you have to leave this much to 2-inch gap. So notice is always centrally inclined. Here if you are leaving this inch gap, here also same on the right hand corner you have to leave that much gap. So again we were here signature, suppose some people write their name only. For example, my name is Anu Lori Daniel. So in signature, if I write Anu, then I can write in running handwriting. For the name, then it will be again Anu, so it can be written in capital letters. Okay, and then designation can be mentioned. So this is for your understandability that sometimes some people only write their name as a signature. In that case, what you have to do is signature should be the name should be written in running handwriting, and the signature should be done in running handwriting, and the name should be written in capitalized words. Okay, my dear children, and then designation should be mentioned. So once again, I am just concluding the format of notice, that is name of institution in capital letters along with place, centrally inclined, equal amount of space here, also here, right and left corners. Leave one line, then shifting towards the left hand side, write the date in expanded form, and then leave one line, write the notice heading NOTICE in a capitalized word notice. Definitely leave one line over here, as I have not left because my board is small. So leave one line and then write here. You have to leave one line. I will just write here now. Leave one line here also. So then you have to write the title of the notice. For example, it is a blood donation camp, or it is a tracking information, or it is an inter-singing school competition. Whatever is the heading of the notice, you have to write over here. Again, it should always be written in a capital letter. Then body means what this is to inform. Okay, that way you can start. And date, place and event means event should be mentioned. What is the event? If it is an inter-singing competition, then where it is going to organize, in school auditorium, which date, and then if it's a competition, then timing should also be mentioned. Okay, so timing should also be mentioned along with the date. Okay, along with the date you should always mention the timing. So then after you have written the body, means the passage or information, you have to sign signature, name and designation without leaving line. if in the question the name is given like Saurabh Gupta or something, if you are unable to make the imaginary signature, then you can write Saurabh like I wrote Anu in the running handwriting. And for name, you can use the capitalized letters, and then designation should be written. This completes your notice. Okay, so shall we have one home assignment? As a, I can give you one question. I hope there is no need of sample in this. You can write it very nicely because it is a short writing task and already you know it. Okay. So I am just giving you one home assignment for this. So kindly note down the question that one question you can note down. As a home assignment in notice, your school is organizing a 10-day track, to the famous valley of butterflies in Dehradun. As the secretary of the organizing committee, as a secretary of the organizing committee, you have been asked to put up a notice informing the students of class 11 to 12 about the track details in not more than 50 words. Okay, my dear children. So the question goes like that your school is organizing a 10-day track to the famous valley of butterflies in Dehradun. Means it is a trekking event, it is an adventurous event. Okay, so your school is organizing it. As a secretary of the organizing committee, you have been asked to put up the notice. Means regarding the tracking event, you have to put up a notice as a secretary of an organizing committee informing which class students, 11th and 12th, about the track details. So what you are going to write, definitely there has been no name of the institution, so you have to invent it. So imaginary, you have to write the institution name. No date has been mentioned, you have to imaginary put the date. NOTICE is, you can write it. Now what will be the subject? It can be a trekking adventure, okay, or trekking event. You can put the title as trekking also. Okay, so that can be the title. And then in the body, what you have to write? You need to write that from which date, because it has been mentioned it is a 10-day event. That 10-day trekking is there. So you have to mention that how This is to inform all the children that a 10-day track event from this date to that date, means from 10th August to 20th August 2020. This is just an example. You can take the original dates of the future. So 10th August to 20 August in 2020, okay, will be organized. The fee is this, okay, for 11th and 12th student. Fee structure or payment is this, okay. What is required? Tracking kit and consent letter from the parents to be submitted to class teacher by this date. Understood, my dear children? This should be written. What all things you need to mention? You need to mention it is organized for class 11th and 12th students. You need to mention the date or duration of the event. You need to mention that the required fee structure for this tracking event is this, as a we can call as a boarding, we can call the charges, and then you can also give the information about that you require the tracking, the person, the students who are we can say likely to join this tracking event should have the tracking kit, and parents consent letter should be submitted to the class teacher on this and this day. This makes your notice a complete. Understood? So this thing you should do and send me as you are already sending me the homework. Okay, my dear children. So now we are progressing to letters, and as I told you, in letters we have a lot of deleted portions, like your one of the important part, that is letter to editor, has been already deleted. So now we have other types of letters, that is placement order letter, cancellation letter, and other types. But before moving to the other types of letter and moving to their formats, let's see what is letter. So letter is also a formal means of communication, but it can be informal also. Whenever it is written to our family and friends, it is called as informal letter. Okay, my dear children. So today we are going to have formal letter. We are going to learn, and before moving to what type and other different types, a general format what we used to practice in formal letter. In class 10th, you all have learned about what is formal letter and what is exactly format. Still, I will be telling you. The number one thing which you should keep in mind, that in letter we write it now as left shifted. All the things should be left aligned, means everything is shifting towards the left side. So that thing you need to actually take care of. Okay, everything has been shifted to left side, and so left alignment should be taken care of. No punctuation, no punctuation mark will be there, and in addresses, okay, like this. So these are the things which you should take care of. Okay, that is left alignment, and no punctuation mark should be there. Okay, like commas and all is not applicable nowadays. Now what is the format of a letter? So we are proceeding to a format. I will divide my board into two parts so that it's very easy and convenient for us to. So suppose this is your answer sheet or your copy. It is a left align. So what you have to do is we start the letter with definitely sender's address. I will keep on explaining you. Then leave one line, that we write date. Then leave one line, we write receiver's address. Then leaving one line, we write what? Subject. Then what we write? Salutation. Leave one line and write salutation. Then leave one line and start body of the letter. It can be first, second and third para. Okay. There can be 3 distinct paras in this. Okay. And then you can conclude. And in conclude is you can have that complementary closures, we actually called it. And this is with regards. Okay. And then you can sign and then you can write the name. This is called as, this 3 is called as actually complementary closure. So I will just explain you once again. First one is sender's address. Okay. It should be always in a left, you should follow the left margin, strictly according to the left margin. Then sender's address, it should be written in 2 to 3 lines. Okay, do not extend the address to the entire page, and no need of writing the name. Okay, because sender's name will be written here. So no need of writing the name over here. In sender's address, it should be address. No need of writing the name. Okay, my dear children, it should come in 2 to 3 lines, but it should align to left side. It should not cover the entire page. If this is the one page, it should not cover the entire page. Then date in expanded form, again as I told you, 3rd August. It should be written completely, no AUG, and 2020, like this. Okay, date should be written. No 3 dot like this people you write na 3.8 like 20. No, it is wrong. It should not be practiced. Then receiver's address can have the designation. Receiver address can have the designation plus the what? Plus the address. Address is there, no? The format says it is receiver's address. So designation should be there and address should be there. So designation like to the branch manager, to the whatever, to the manager. Okay, like that it should be there. Then subject, it should come in 1 line or 1.5 line. It should be very precise and brief. It should be very precise and brief. Then salutation like dear sir, dear madam. Okay, when we write the official letters, we can use dear also. Now body, there can be first, second and third paragraph. You can actually in the first paragraph give the introduction, what is the purpose of writing the letter, what do you want, and then in the last one you can show the gratitude also. Okay, now complementary closure. In complementary closure you can write like with regards. So here in all the things you are leaving one line, sender address, leave 1 line, date, leave 1 line, receiver's address, leave 1 line, subject, leave 1 line, salutation, leave 1 line, dear sir, leave 1 line, then body should be started. Okay, then in the paragraph should not made from the middle of the line. It should be made from the left hand corner. Again, leave one line for distinction between the paragraphs. Okay, and then when you leave here the last paragraph, again leave 1 line, write with regards, and then also you can leave 1 line, you can sign, and you can write the name. Here you no need to write anything, means leave any line. Some of the formal letters also include enclosures. Okay, so enclosures are all those documents. This can be written after leaving 2 lines. Okay, enclosures are all those documents which you are attaching along with your this covering letter. Okay, for example, you have applied for job and you are attaching your photocopy of all your mark sheet, so that can come in enclosure. Number one is photocopy of the mark sheet, but that has been deleted, means letter to editor and job application letters have been deleted from your course, so no need to worry. Okay, so that is something which comes or is applicable in that case. So this is a general format which we follow for formal letters. So now what I am going to deal is, I am going to deal with different types of letter, and in all those letters I am not going to deal with sender, address, date, receiver. You know what all things need to be written over there. So body, in that means if it is a order placement letter, what you are going to write in that. If it is a cancellation, what you are going to write in that. That thing which we are going to study right now. Understood, my dear children? As you know the format of the formal letter, what all things you can write in different types of letter in the body of the letter, that only I am going to tell you. Understood? So first letter which we are going to take is placing order or cancellation. Okay, placing order or cancellation. So placing order or cancellation, same format. Then what are you going to write in the body? So in the body, number one thing what you are going to write is, yes, reference quotation. Okay, means reference with reference to that particular date and the quotations which you have asked for, that you have to write. Reference number this and quotation, we have selected your company, so like that. Second thing is list of the items. For this you have to make a table. Okay, list of the items in a tabulated manner. Okay, tabulated like this. If you are placing an order, you can put this type of heading, serial number. Okay, then items, brand and quantity. Okay, for example, you want some items for the school, so desk, benches, or whatever, so that you have to mention which brand or how many quantity. Okay, that thing means this type of table should always be maintained or made in order placing letters. Okay, list of the items. That then third thing you should mention is delivery date, when you expect that item should be delivered to you. ठीक है ना? That you have to write that your item should reach to us by this date. That you have to mention in your letter while placing the order. Then you have to mention about the payment mode. Okay, about the payment mode. And the fifth thing which you are going to mention is about the items good conditioning. Items should be in good condition. So my dear children, These things should be there in your body of the letter when you place the order. Is the reference quotation or the reference number? See, all these things will not be given in the question. Now you are in 11th class and it's a higher writing skill. Many of the things you have to invent depending upon the question, that what type of questions you have got. So here reference quotation should be there, list of the items, what all I told, how you have to make the list in your letter, then delivery date. I am expecting the delivery of this, or the item should reach to us by this date should be mentioned in your letter, and what payment mode you will be choosing. You are paying through Paytm, you will be sending the check or whatever, and then item should be packed and should be without any fault, no defects like that should be mentioned in the letter. Otherwise we will what? We will send it back. Such lines should be written in the letter, but in a polite manner. Okay, not in a very harsh way. So I hope you got these things. Order placing letter should contain all these things. Now we are proceeding for this cancellation. Again, cancellation will also having the same reference quotation, means which number you are actually cancelling it. Now list of items for cancelling. Okay, list of item for cancelling, what all you want to cancel, why you are cancelling, reason should be mentioned here. Reason of cancelling, that as it reached late or as it does not delivered on time, that should be mentioned. Delivery, the reason of cancellation, or you don't require most of the letters, you can write the reason that as it has been late in delivery, we cannot take it. So that reason in cancellation you can write. So what mode you are actually refunding the back the funds, and okay, and this can be ignored, or this can also be one of the reason of cancelling the order, as items were not in good condition. Understood? So items, when while placing the order it was good condition, that can be one of the reason, that can be one of your criteria, that it should be in good condition, means proper packaging. And here that you received it very bad, in a very bad condition, that's why you are cancelling the order. So placing order and cancellation almost goes vice versa. Need to just keep few things in mind what I mentioned, and on the basis of these parameters you can frame out your letter of placing and cancellation order. Okay, my dear children, now we are moving to the next type of letter, that is letter of complaint or complaint letter. Okay, same format, sender's address, receiver's date, receiver's address, subject, salutation. Okay, like that it will all be same, and then in the body. So second is your letter of complaint. Letter of complaint. What all things you can write in the letters of complaint in the body. Okay, so the first paragraph, in the first paragraph you can mention about, in the first paragraph, like things like what you have actually purchased, brand, okay, item or brand, whatever you have purchased, when you have purchased, means date you should mention, from where you have purchased, means place of the showroom should be mentioned, and fourth thing should be mentioned, bill number. Okay, that should be also mentioned. I will explain you. You just note it down first. In the second para, you can mention about technical faults. You can mention about technical faults. And in the third para, you can write about the warranty period or consumer code. I will just explain you. what and how, in what conditions you have to write all these things. Suppose it's a question of suppose it's an example of that you purchased a washing machine, okay, and you purchase a washing machine, and after 15 days of the working, what happened? You found some problem in the washing machine, whatever problem, whether a dryer was not working or the clothes were not clean, whatever. So now you want to write a letter of complaint, okay, to the person who from where you have purchased, or to the shop from where you have purchased. So again, starting from sender's address, your sender's address will be like that, then date will come, then receiver address, again the designation will include to the manager or to the sales manager, okay, and then shop address will be there, then subject is letter means fault issues. You can write that washing machine is improper functioning of washing machine, that can be the subject. Then your salutation can come, and then in body of that complaint letter, what washing machine you have purchased, what you have to write, actually I'm telling you, okay, means what you have purchased, you can write that you have purchased washing machine. I purchased washing machine of LG brand, and I purchased it on when so and so date from your Devendra Nagar showroom, okay, the bill number is this. This should be written in the first para. I repeat on, you can just, for example, we are taking that you are actually writing a complaint letter for washing machine. You purchased a washing machine, and after 15 days of working of that washing machine, you find some fault in it, like the dryer is not working or the clothes are not being washed very clean. So now you want to write a complaint letter, so the entire format will be same. Now what you are going to write in the format? The format will include that I purchased washing machine of LG or whatever brand on so and so date, from your Devendra Nagar showroom, whatever place, and the bill number is this. Okay, so first paragraph should include all these things. My dear children, if these things are not included, definitely content mark is going to be reduced. Okay, then in the second paragraph, you need to mention about the technical fault, means the washing machine was working properly, but after 15 days the dryer is not working and the clothes are not getting dried up. Suppose it is an AC, then the proper cooling is not there. Suppose the refrigerator is there, it's making a lot of noise, whatever. These details will not be given in the question. The question will simply state that you purchased a washing machine, and after 15 days it started showing some fault. Then kindly write a letter of complaint to so and so. This will be the question. Other details you have to imagine, you have to be creative, that what can be the other technical issues, and that you have to write. Okay, class, don't behave like class 10 students that madam this was not given in the question. No, nothing will be given. A broad thing will be given, and you need to invent the utter details. So like I told you in the question, it can come like that you purchased a washing machine and after 15 days of working it showed some fault, or you find some technical error in it, like the clothes were not drying. This will also not be given, only that the washing machine was not functioning properly. Now write a letter to complain. So these technical things you have to invent, that the dryer was not functioning properly, or rather it was making a great noise, like something has been broken inside the machine while we use a dryer or a spinner. Like this you have to mention the technical faults. And in the third paragraph you need to mention, as the washing machine is in the warranty period, kindly replace it. Okay, these things are very, very important. You have to tell warranty period and the replacement also, okay, or repairment, whatever you have to. But if these two words are not written in letter of complaint for the items, you are not going to score mark. There should be bill number, there should be these three W's, okay, there should be bill number, technical thing should be measured, and what is your expectation of that it is in warranty period and replacement or repairing should be done, should be clearly mentioned. Then you are going to score full marks in letter of complaint. Same way it can be of any item. It can be of for motorbike, it can be of car, it can be of AC, it can be of fridge, anything. But the question will be very simple, that you bought so and so thing, it worked very well, but after 15 days it actually started showing some symptoms of errors or something like that, or it didn't function at all. So write a letter of complaint. So things like these you need to invent, okay, like technical errors, but these things should be written properly. Okay, my dear children, I hope you got this thing, that letter of complaint. Now the third letter which we are again proceeding is letter of request. You are requesting for some help from somebody, okay. So your letter should contain is very three simple things. It is letter of request. Letter of request. So letter of request, again same, sender's address, date, receiver address, subject, salutation, and then body. What is you are going to write in the body is your introduction. Your introduction, number one. Then second thing, why you are making the request. Why you are making request means reason of the request should be clearly mentioned. And third number is gratitude. Means introduction. For example, your grandfather actually got expired and you cannot attend the periodical examination, so you have to write a request letter to the principal. So in that you can introduce, I am the student of your school of class 9 or 11, and because my grandfather got expired and as the examinations are going on, I am unable to continue the examination. Kindly excuse me or take my examinations later on. And then in the end show the gratitude, means I am highly obliged or thankful to you for this. Okay, that should be mentioned in the letter. First of all, introduce yourself, why you are actually making this request, why you want that this thing should be done for you, and show the gratitude, means thank the personality. These three things should be there in the body of the letter of request. Okay, now the last letter which we are proceeding is letter of inquiry. Now inquiry has two different spellings. Okay, inquiry has two different spelling, and I will explain you what is the meaning behind it. So letter of inquiry, actually when the spelling starts with E, it only means simply means asking, to ask. When we ask somebody for something, some information, that it is called as inquiry, and we write it as ENQUIRY. When the formal investigation goes on, okay, when the formal investigation take place for any theft or any robbery or other thing, then we write it as INQUIRY. So I hope you understood the difference between inquiry and inquiry. It's same. The meaning is also same, means to ask something about, but it is specifically, this spelling is used for asking about something for information, and this one means for information when you ask something, and inquiry, this word or this spelling is used for formal investigation. So we have written letter of inquiry means, suppose you are passed out class 12 student and you want to actually write a letter to inquiry to a certain college inquiring about what all courses are there and what is the fee structure. Take this example. So you are writing a letter of inquiry. Okay, you want to ask some information. Okay, so for that, what should be there in the body? Same, the format of the formal letter will be same, sender's address, date, receiver's address, okay, then subject, then salutation, then body. Then what will come in the body? That first of all you can inquire about the things like duration of the course or what course. For example, you are asking about a particular course, so you can name the course and ask for the duration of course, that what is the duration of the course of BBA, BCom, BSc. Then what is the fee structure and how to pay. Okay, what is the fee structure, how to pay, and then number of students in a batch. Okay, number of students in a batch and what are the transport facilities. For example, we took it as for inquiry about any course. So you can use your creative things, that what can be asked or inquired in a particular scenario. If it is an inquiry about something else, like if it is an inquiry of that you have lost your certificates, okay, okay, so now how you will getting, for example, you have lost your class 12th 10th original mark sheet, then you can write a letter of inquiry to your principal, your former principal, that sir, I have lost my certificate. Then what the body will differ, the body structure will differ, that sir, how I can get my original ones, or how to apply for duplicate one, what the fee, what will be the charges for it, either the school is going to help me out or I need to apply on my own to the board. Like these things you can actually, these things you should write in the body. So I'm telling you, my dear children, that nothing is confirmed in such type of letters. You have to use your common sense according to the questions frame. For example, if you are taking here the inquiry of a particular course, like I told you, engineering, it can be a BCom course, it can be a BBA course, you are writing a letter to that institute, that then you can ask what is the duration of the course, what is the fee structure of that course, then how many students will be there in the batch, and what will be the transport facility your college or institute will be providing to me, like that, and what will be the charges for it, like that you can write. So these all things will not be given in the question. It will be simple, write a letter to an inquiry for the course of this to the principal from the, or to the head in charge of that particular institute, or to that institute only. So but these things you have to actually think in your mind, that what else I can write in the things. I am just giving you the examples, that these things you can write in your letters. So you have to be little bit imaginative and updated also. You have to keep your mind alert while you actually do it. So my dear students, I can actually give you one only. I will be giving you one questions, because other thing I will be sending you. Okay, samples I will be sending you. So I will be giving you one homework in this also, letter writing, not more than that, and then it will be over. Okay. So one home assignment before we conclude our this video, and that is, I think for purchase, I think placing order, I can give you one. Write a letter to, this is your home assignment, and write a letter to Lightway Sports, Amrapali Thane, Okay, Amrapali Thane. Placing an order. Placing an order. Okay, for sports articles. For sports article. Minimum four to be supplied to your school. To be supplied to your school. You can write it as ABC matriculation school, civil lines, Pune. Okay, sign as, see, a lot of things are given in this, so only the body structure you need to invent. Ravi or Ravina, sports secretary. So I will explain you this question and then we will close this video. We'll conclude it. Sorry. Write a letter to Lightweight Sports, Amrapali Thane, placing an order for sports article. So Lightweight is your receiver's address. Okay. And what for you have to, sports articles you have to place an order. This you need to invent whatever sports article you want to place. Okay. Then to your school, ABC matriculation. So ABC matriculation will be the sender's address. Understood? ABC matriculation will be your sender's address. This is your sender address. This is your sender's address. This is your receiver's address. And who are you? You can at the end in complimentary closure you can write it as, sign it as Ravi, and at the bottom also you can write that designation when it is given in the question as, you can sign as Ravi, write the name as Ravi and write at sports secretary. Now this you have to invent what all things, items. I also mentioned not more than 4, you can order 4 items. So again, make the table and keep these things in the mind that you have to write that reference to the quotation, that make the table what 4 items, again name of the items, number of the items, brand name of the items, means you want this item of this company and in this quantity. Okay, this is yours. This should be, I'm leaving it on your what? Yes, your creativity, how you design it. Let me see. And then you can always write what will be the payment mode you are going to, when you expect the delivery, and how the item should be in good functioning condition. Okay, my dear children, these things should be there in the letter. So I hope you get this writing skills, that is notice and letter writing. Notice was in short writing skill, letter in a long writing skill, 3 and 5 marks. And I hope you will be practicing it and doing all the assignment. And thanks for watching the video. Till we meet next time, have a good time.